forecast from the First Coast News Weather Team, sponsored by AC Designs.
Well, right now from Freer, Texas to the Friendship Fountain, temperatures sitting near 70 degrees, but we're not going to see temperatures like this, at least not from the Lone Star State to the first coast of southeastern Georgia and northeastern Florida until probably sometime mid to late next week, primarily because of a wet weather event on the way. Won't impact us tonight. There'll be some clouds flying in from the west. And even as we start the day tomorrow morning, maybe some glimpses of sun. In fact, maybe the cirrus clouds and the sun just enough to create some pretty brilliant colors again for sunrise. As we go through the day, there may be some glimpses of sun, but overall clouds on Friday will be thickening, and that's a sign of the rain on the way for Saturday. Now, I do want to point out that there will be drier air coming in from the north. So on Saturday, you folks from Waycross to Brunswick, you might just have a drop or two. And there is an if in the forecast. I mean, it could be that if the northern extent of the rain that we're forecasting is 60 miles farther to the south, then about another 1.2 million of us won't have soaking rains either. So tune in tomorrow. Maybe there'll be a positive update in the forecast. I think as positive, or the most positive I can be about the weekend weather, is at least I don't see the threat of severe weather for our local area. What I mean by that is I don't think we'll have severe thunderstorm warnings, because where the northerly winds, see these northerly winds on Sunday morning, where they meet the southerly winds, that's where any severe thunderstorms will develop. And all weekend long, that's going to stay way south of the first coast, probably south of I-4 and through South Florida. So any tornadic or wind damage event this weekend will be over extreme South Florida. Now, of course, here's Daytona. For those of you with plans, it's farther to the south, so Daytona will be wetter than those of us on the first coast this weekend. As we finish up Sunday, notice how the winds come together southeast of Daytona. So the stormiest of the weather as we finish up Sunday will be pretty much from the Space Coast onto the south, but that's going to increase the northeast winds, and that may continue to occasionally bring in some showers there at Daytona, for those of you specifically making plans there. For the rest of us on Friday, at least the winds will be light, so although maybe not the prettiest of days, for those of you that just have to get out on the water, and I understand, note how much better the winds on Friday will be versus Sunday. By Sunday, the small craft flags will probably be flying. Lots of outdoor events going on. Yes, you may have seen some events for Fort Mose last week. It's been going on for the last week now. We'll continue into the weekend. That is the Fort Mose Jazz and Blues Series. Looks pretty good on Friday night, although again, thickening and increasing clouds for Kingfish Ingram. Other events going on. Well, the Iceman on Friday evening. So, of course, taking a stroll there, cloudy skies. It's going to look threatening as the sun sets, but I think you'll be fine. And then also at the arena, now this is on to Saturday. Cody's in the arena, but for those of you that have to make the walk, be prepared for some rain. And then with Rod Stewart, and I was going to say something about blonde hair. I'm not sure if Rod still has blonde hair. Anyhow, be prepared at Daly's Place for some steady rain as well. We'll wrap it up to show you, for those of you with President's Day off, it should be dry, and maybe even we'll have a beautiful sunset.